Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I actually haven't been able to make a video on here in a while. It's just been a pretty busy time, a lot of things going on, but I wanted to sneak this one in and talk a little bit about original art. As I'm actually working on this new piece of original art. This is the whole Archie gang here, the core four, as they call them. This is about probably 70% done. I have to add a background and also finish inking the figures, but I'm having a really fun time with this one. It's been really nice to ink. I've been using a mix of different pens. Actually, I have this calligraphy pen that I found. I must have bought it a while ago, and I found it, and it's been really nice to do like these thicker, bolder outlines, and then do some finer lines on the faces and the inside detail with these pens that I've talked about a million times. I found an old Micron. I generally don't like to use Microns, but it had a lot of ink in it, so it worked out. I didn't actually use that much brush. I've been using a lot of brush lately, but I only used a little bit of brush for some of the heavier black areas, like in the hair. But yeah, this one will hopefully be done a little later on today. I've actually been selling a lot more original art, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to kind of go through some of my original art collection and just, I guess, show them to you, some of the things that I haven't shared on this channel before. And also I've been selling them, so this will kind of be for me a little bit of a documentation, so I kind of have record. I mean, I have them all scanned and everything like that, but it might be nice to see them in video form. So here's one that I actually sold the other day. I'm about to send it out this week. Let me take this one out from underneath. This is going to be a very unedited video, by the way, so bear with me. This is one I did a few years ago. I think this is back in 2017. I wound up making a print out of it. Let me stand up. I wound up making a print out of it, and yeah, I just kind of really liked the way this one came out. This was done on 11 by 17, just traditional comic book paper. And yeah, had a lot of fun with this concept and just playing around with pen. This was a more pen heavy piece. Not too much brush, maybe a little bit here in some of the darker areas, but for the most part, just playing around with different line weights, using pen, making a little thick to thin areas, different textures for the clothing. I had a lot of fun with this, and then I added a lot to it in the coloring process, but this was a fun one just to do black and white. I'm gonna quickly go through some of this pile over here. Like I said, I've been selling some of these originals, so this would be nice for me to kind of look back and see them in somewhat like video form. But a lot of these were personal pieces, like pieces that I did outside of client work, and either made prints out of them or just did them for something like Inktober or something like that. This is one that I actually made a print out of. It had a similar kind of feel to it as this one over here. Similar lines, a lot of pen, a lot of little textures here and there. Had a lot of fun with that one. Let's see, this one, I've done a lot of things with this image. I've made prints out of it. I currently have a phone case with this image on it. I've done a lot with this one. It's one of my favorite drawings. Again, I just kind of did it for fun. And this was a mix of brush and pen as well. Here was an Inktober drawing I did, I guess in 2018, a couple of years ago. This was probably all brush, to be honest. And for this particular year of Inktober, I guess the theme that I gave myself was I was drawing from stills of either movies, or this was a still from a music video that I really like. Shoot, it's a Chris Isaak song. I forget, Blue Spanish Sky, I think is the song. The video is awesome, just a lot of really nice visuals. So I would just like pause, and just collect a bunch of stills from it, and they were really fun to draw. So this was one of them. Here's some more client work. Actually, this is an Archie cover that I did. This is one of my first few Archie covers back in 2016. Definitely one of my favorites for sure. This is before the whole Riverdale craze. This is before Riverdale came out and before there was a Riverdale comic. I was just working on some of the regular Archie series, and I did some interior work for that series as well as some covers, and this is one of them. I forget what issue this is for. I wound up coloring this one myself. With my cover work, I color all of those myself because I consider that kind of like illustration work. But with my interior work in comics, I don't color that stuff. This was my first Archie cover, Archie Comics cover. I had done some work for Archie the publisher before, but this was my first like Archie issue cover. This is back in 2015, and yeah, this holds like a special place because this is kind of how it all started in terms of comics for me, as well as my relationship with Archie over the years. So this is really cool. This is me just kind of reimagining these classic characters that I grew up with, and it was at a time where Archie was really open to artists just reinterpreting their characters, and they still are, which is really cool. So yeah, these two covers probably won't be for sale for a while, although they might be. I don't know. But it's like a daily kind of thing. I go back and forth, but I have like kind of sentimental attachments to these two covers for sure. I got a couple more over here. Here's one that I did that I turned into a print. This was sort of, I think I was just doing like a promo image for fall. I would send out to clients just seasonal illustrations sometimes. This was like an autumn drawing that I made, and I wound up just turning it into a print. But kind of like the way it came out. I like all this like cross-hatching buildup to add that texture, and the rest of it is like just really clean line. Some of this bold outline here is what I'm going for in that piece that I'm working on currently. And lastly, this piece, which I'm pretty sure I made a YouTube video about how I made this piece, or it's just a time-lapse video. I don't know why I made this. I think this was just for myself and to sort of make like a drawing video. So kind of like the way it came out though. I saved it, still have it in my original art collection. So that's like the current pile that I've saved. I still have a ton more, but this was some of the stuff that I felt was worth showing. And like I said, I'm just kind of in the process of selling some older work and creating more new original art. I might have mentioned it on this channel before, but I just feel like there's a real new appreciation for original comic art and illustration art, just because so many of us, myself included, create this stuff digitally now. So when you do it traditionally with ink and paper, it just has, I feel like it has like a renewed appreciation and a higher value now, because we live in such a digital world, and it's hard to just kind of touch anything and put your hands on something. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that there's a renewed appreciation for this stuff, and for me it's really nice to sometimes take a little bit of a break from digital work and just, you know, put some of my time into creating original art. There's something about being able to just move the paper around and just interact with the drawing in a more close kind of way. I can't explain it, but also my hands get really dirty, which is something that doesn't happen with digital. So cool. Quick little video. Like I said, this is not going to be like an edited thing, so I hope this was somewhat interesting, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. I'm going to try to post a little bit more than I have the last month, but I'm going to do my best. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.